was vital to my life. It got me born. Chapter 1. Gucci Gucci Coup. Fidarsi a bene, non fidarsi a meglio. To trust is good, not to trust is better. An Italian saying. I was born on my nan's kitchen table. I emerged reluctantly just in time for breakfast in the middle room of her house in the Piazza Prealpi in Milan. It was the same table on which my nan had given birth to her 12 children, including her youngest, Angela, who'd arrived just 4 weeks earlier. My mum didn't have any contractions. She was taking her time to deliver me, and Nan's household wasn't used to that. Push, push, push! Nan's friend Francesca, the midwife, shouted at her. Mum wasn't pushing, none at all. She didn't know what all the fuss was about. She was in a haze. She had no energy left. She'd been in labour for more than 12 hours. Go on, push! Nan couldn't understand the delay. When she'd given birth to Angela the month before, the production line had been as smooth as ever. This silly English girl on the kitchen table just didn't have a clue how to have babies. Shouting wasn't helping. The family had been up most of the night. They wandered around, yawning, trying to stay alert, but the coffee had stopped working hours before. Now, at 8 a.m. on Thursday the 19th of February, 1970, they'd had enough. Certainly my grandpa, Rosario DiGiovine, had. He wanted his breakfast. Nothing's happening, nothing at all, said Nan. Grandpa rolled up his sleeve. Right, come on, my girl, vai! He gave Mum a real slap on the leg, then another harder on the backside. Come on, let's have you. Mum pushed. I arrived at 8:09 a.m. Grandpa went off to eat as if nothing had happened. My nan went to a cupboard at the side of the room. The midwife swaddled me in cotton cloths, and Nan returned with a purple cashmere Gucci blanket, a gift from an associate, and wrapped me up in it. It was appropriate. I'd been born into the mob. I was a mafia princess. My mum didn't have a lot of milk, so Nan breastfed me a few times. I love my Nan. I was always a favourite. Yet that Gucci blanket was no glass slipper. My early life was more like Cinderella's before the prince came on the scene, and certainly no fairy tale. As I grew up, the family were ferociously pursuing their business, and that involved a great deal of guns and drugs and death. For my father's family, it had always been that way. Nan was a pure bloodline Sereno, born in Reggio Calabria, to one of the legendary 'Ndrangheta clans that make up the Calabrian Mafia. Pronounced 'Ndrangheta, it translates as honour or loyalty, and loyalty to the family, or ndrina, is in the blood, flowing through their veins. Nan can't sign her name. She uses an X on documents, but she is one of the most remarkable mafia figures of the past few decades, known widely as La Signora Maria, the Lady Maria. The authorities are ever so complimentary about her. I've seen Italian legal paperwork that ranks her the most dangerous woman in Italy. I was named after her, Maria Elena Marisa DiGiovine, but people always called me Marisa. To avoid confusion, they said. Confusion? That was a good one. La Signora Maria is unique. You don't join the 'Ndrangheta. Your membership is ordained. All Nan's children knew the laws of such an indigenous and territorial mafia family. They saw it as kids in Calabria, where my Nan learnt the gospel of violence firsthand. People think that men run everything in the mafia, and the little woman isn't even allowed to stir the pasta sauce. About half an hour's sail across the Strait of Messina in Sicily, home of the Cosa Nostra, female roles were more like those you see in the movies.